Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from everybody here at Yo Retro. I'm Chaotic BPR. With me, as always, though, is the best co-host in the world, Half a Dozen Six. What's going on, brother?
Hey, we back. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, and all that other stuff y'all be doing out there. Merry Christmas to y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to y'all, guys. Welcome to episode 40 in 2024. Episode 40 of Yo Retro. Thank y'all so much for being with us all throughout the year as we broke it down on Atgames news as well as other retro gaming news going around at the town. And we're 1 week removed from our award show. We got a lot of good feedback from the community about our next one if we decide to do another one. But overall, it was a good show, man. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it got a lot of good feedback, and just even afterwards, I was shocked in the Discord. Like, dude was writing whole paragraphs like, "This is what y'all could do next year to make it a little better and add these categories." And yeah, it was just cool seeing all the feedback and the response it got from everybody. Everybody's kind of hype about it, you know. Everyone seemed to like the idea, thought we could improve on it, but everyone kind of liked the fact that we were giving back.
Yeah, and it was our best show that we've ever done. Like highest community feedback, audience participation, and viewership in total. Just everybody was hanging out with us and having a good time.
Yeah, chat engagement was off the chain, and yeah, just analytically, it definitely was. It was our best show so far, so it was cool. It was cool. It almost worked out that the Atgames packs got delayed, and we had to switch shows. It almost worked out because we were able to, fill that void, pause with, some content we had planned for the end of the year, and we are still able to get this review out when it came out. So yeah, everything worked out.
Everything worked out perfect, man. It was good planning on our part. Some things we could have improved on, but hey, that's next year and everything. So
yeah, this is our first year doing the show, so it's gonna be some ups and downs.
So let's hit up everybody that's in the chat real quick. Just saying thank you all so much for coming so early towards our show. We know we get a lot more people joining a little bit later. But just want to shout out everybody. Meatball Saucy was the first one in the chat. Thank you so much for coming.
What up?
Pete G. We also got your unc. And then Penny K hits you up with your first membership, man.
Okay. Yeah, got the first half a dozen member in the house. Appreciate the support.
My neighbor, Ted Allen Green, man, from my town of Georgia. Brooklyn Menace. Papa Brad's Gaming. Marine 50 so far. And Mad Ben Han. Greetings.
Yo, what up, y'all? Thanks for joining us, y'all.
Definitely had a great Christmas. My kids had a great time. My wife was happy with her stuff that I got her, so I got to stay in the house.
Yeah, my girl on the side was happy with what she got. The other one on the side, she was cool with what she got. So everybody was happy, man. It was a Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho's.
Good stuff, man. All right, so we got a good show planned for y'all today. We're going to start off with a little bit of MyArcade news. MyArcade's going to be at CES. We don't know if Arcade 1UP's going to be there, if they're going to do something on the side or at least announce something. So we'll know that in the next couple of days. Then we'll branch off into, of course, a crap load of Atgames news. The release schedule's been released for non-Zen and Zen. And then we'll also do a community spotlight right after we do our reviews of 6 tables that came out this week.
Yeah. I was kind of dreading that. I'm like, bro, they're dropping all this content at once. We're gonna have to review all. We kind of squeeze our reviews all into one video, kind of, to get caught up on the content, plus end out the year, right? So, but. Yeah. Luckily for us, 2 of these tables we've already played in the past, so we kind of know what that experience is a little bit, but yeah, so we got a lot to cover.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's dive right into it real quick. So my arcade was teasing this what looks like a handheld
Yes,
gaming device.
yeah, cartridge based handheld device. They're teasing that we think's going to be a CES.
Yeah,
We're
I mean, I
unsure.
imagine so. That's usually where they announce all their big stuff, like they did last year.
Yeah,
So we'll see. A couple more screenshots. You got the circular D-pad. Then it looks like a battery indicator as well as charging indicator in the top left of it. On the back side, you got the L2, R2 buttons on the back.
or LZ is that, or
Yeah,
is that
L
L2?
L was it L and L2 or Z? I can't really tell. It's kind of weird and a weird angle. But what's interesting is back here, it kind of looks like you have a kickstand, but you also have a cartridge slot on the bottom, and it
And the
looks like
top.
another cartridge slot on the top.
Hmm.
And somebody made a render based on what it looks like if you put all the pictures together. It looks like US Super Nintendo on the top slot, and then on the bottom slot, looks like maybe you could do Famicom, Super Famicom.
Yeah, I was thinking Game Boy Advance and Super NES is what it's looking like, but I don't know if they could get around that, like, and sell that. You know, I guess maybe they could. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
there's legal loopholes or if there's some kind of hurdles they got to go through to be able to just accept SNES cards. I don't know if they could do that. If they could, this could be awesome.
yeah. So, guys, let us know in the chat if y'all know any more information on this. We just saw the renders earlier this week, and I didn't see really any YouTubers covering it other than the fact of like maybe some, you know, MyArcade YouTubers that are really talking about it and stuff like that. Yeah, Papa Brad, it's definitely flooded. You got your I just got a Windows PC handheld from Lenovo, and then you got Asus, but retro handhelds, you got Ambernick and Mayu and a couple of those. It's just all over the place. And then I think P Dubs just recently did a review on the Sega Genesis Neo cart player or whatever it is.
Yeah, me and Chaotic were discussing doing some more handheld coverage, and I said for me, it's like it's the same as Papa Brad said. Like it seems so flooded where I don't know where to start, or I feel like if I bought, Ambernick or something, I feel like the next week they're gonna have something a little better out. So
Always
you
do.
know, yeah. So it's like it's a weird game where it's like double dutch. I don't know if I should jump in yet or if I should wait a couple more turns. You know what I mean? And I was doing that with the home pinball game too. I was watching the arcade one up, watching the Legends HD, and I was like, nah, I can't jump in yet. Can't jump in yet because it wasn't just what I wanted. So, but the handheld market is so flooded, it's way more confusing to me.
Yeah. I found it with Ambernick is you look for I guess a style of handheld that speaks to you. Like for me, it was the Game Boy Advanced SP style with the open and closed clamshell. That spoke to me because I used to have a Game Boy Advanced SP, so I
Yeah.
bought that one, and that's mainly what I play on it is Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis on it. But I got a bigger one. Um, I forget
Pause.
the I forget the title of it, but I'll play. I'll play arcade. I'll play. Dreamcast and GameCube on it. So that's usually just the style of
Yeah,
handheld is the style of type of games I'll go for it. So it just
that
depends on
makes
what.
sense. That's a good tactic, kind of approach the form factor first, and I guess functionality based on what kind of games you're trying to play. So if it can run, you know, which emulators I assume and stuff like that.
Yes, and I totally agree, Papa Brad. We also voted it for product of the year. The Atgames 4K Legends 4KP is product of the year for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I think so.
and a lot of people, especially people I know personally, have jumped in on it. Just got their Nerd Lounge Master 84 just got his Sea of Thieves today.
Word,
Both the
congrats.
playfield and the backfield or back glass. And
everything's in good condition.
Everything's in good condition. Like his box had one hole in it in the corner. He took it out, checked it, no damage whatsoever. So he's in good. He's in good.
That's why I feel bad for the people that get a damaged item, and then sometimes they get a replacement and that's damaged. I'm going, what the hell? Because mine was boxed so well. It was, there was so much styrofoam and stuff in there. It was packed really well. I thought Atgames did a good job about packing this thing. I think, and like I argued with the one dude in Facebook, he was like, he was going off about Atgames and their customer and their quality assurance. He was like, their Q&A sucks. I'm like, what does damaged shipping have to do with Q&A? Like, they send it out the door the way they send it out the door. If it gets damaged by UPS, FedEx, Amazon, that's on them, kind of, right?
Yeah. It depends on, and let's see. I think Michael B or 19K Fox, when I was on Michael B's stream the other night, made a good point. He goes, it's not always FedEx's fault. Sometimes when the shipments come in from, overseas and are on the ship, and you got these giant forklifts that are picking up these all these boxes and putting them into the warehouse, it's usually those people that are responsible for poking holes into things. It's not necessarily FedEx. It's not Atgames' fault either. It's just these people are trying to get these carts off the ship as soon as possible so that the ship can leave and go, and they can accept another shipment. So it's just, that's the problem,
Yeah, stuff's gonna get damaged in shipping, but like, it just trips me out that people blame Atgames for it. Like, bro, can't blame them for what happens during shipping, bro. Stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
especially with machines this size,
for sure. And the weight and all that, it's so much. MyArcade also announced that their partnership with Sega, they are doing these miniature arcades like they've always been doing. But they announced that they got Sonic, Golden Axe, Outrun, Revenge of Shinobi, or is that Revenge or Return? The Revenge of Shinobi, and Streets of Rage. And Michael B pointed out really good in his video earlier today that these are not going to be arcade ports; these are going to be console ports, and that's probably why they were so easy to get the Sega license, because they're console ports.
Yeah, more than likely. I highly doubt they got the arcade version of Outrun on there, and Sonic the Hedgehog really wasn't an arcade game, So yeah, these are likely just Sega Genesis classics.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of cool if you want to get one of these things really cheap and just give it to a kid or whatever to enjoy these kind of games, but it's not for me. I know it's not for a lot of y'all in the community. Kind of disappointed in this because we were hoping for arcade, ROMs, and that they could actually unveil like a bar top or a larger scale arcade machine. It's not for us.
Jason, I know Sonic was an arcade game too, but there was a trackball arcade game, and then there was like the Genesis, I forget what they call it, the Mega whatever arcade or whatever.
Yeah, it was still console ports, but they were in like a Play Choice 10.
Right, it wasn't like a different ROM, is kind of what I'm getting at. Like the ROM was pretty much the same. It was the same as the Sega Genesis ROM. It was like just like the Nintendo, whatever their Play Choice. Those are still pretty much the same ROMs. As it might have been a different ROM file wise, but like all the sound effects, all the graphics were the exact same.
Yeah. Now another company went into a similar route that Stern went into with how they updated the Jaws game, the code, to add different game modes. Like they added the Broken Shark game mode. They added where you play as Jaws, the Revenge, and did like a 16-bit kind of game mode. So Barrels of Fun, went in a total different direction, and they wanted to give you like an arcade style gameplay to the Labyrinth, and they call it Barrel Ball, which is featuring Tim Kithrow, the NBA Jam voice,
Voice
guy,
announcer
voice announcer, and added a new
from
game mode called Barrel Ball.
downtown. That guy.
Exactly. So I'm excited about this. I'm glad that these pinball makers are actually putting more game modes in their game style into their game codes, and kind of just breathing more life into their machines and giving more value to the actual people that are actually collecting, real pinball machines. So I know P Dubs is going to be super happy about this.
Yeah, and we covered the Jaws update to the Stern machine, and we kind of said we didn't want to get too caught up in the actual arcade pinball talk on our show too much, but when they do something cool like this and they add an update to a pre-existing pinball game, and then they do something that's super retro, like have the NBA Jam announcer added to a certain mode in the game, we're definitely going to talk about stuff like that for sure. And this for me was an odd pairing, kind of like when I think of Labyrinth, Jim Henson's Labyrinth, I don't think of the NBA Jam announcer.
No,
but at the same time, if you're gonna have a mini game that's called Barrel Ball and you want to kind of jazz it up a little bit with a dope sports announcer, who better to get, right?
exactly. So I'm totally down for this.
Yeah. So I
Even
think
though I'll probably never personally be able to experience it, but the people who have this, especially like P Dubs, that's awesome, man. That's something to talk about and show off. So
yeah, and
I can't wait to hear what P Dubs thinks of it.
I love how they got the NBA Jam kind of logo for Barrel Ball and all that. Like, yeah, it's super retro right there. It's dope.
So real quick, I do want to give somebody in the community a shout out real quick. House of Hounds. I just found his channel earlier today, and he was doing a live stream of gameplay on the 4KP. So I just want to give this guy a shout out. It's kind of new, even though because when I subscribed, I was his 400th subscriber. So I just want to shout this guy out a little bit. Let me show you his channel real quick. House of Hounds. Yeah, he was doing Sorcerer's Lair and the Wild West Rampage pinball on the 4KP today. Streamed for 4 hours and 48 minutes of just playing different games and stuff. So, and then earlier, I know he did Fish Tales and he's done other stuff in the past. So check him out. The guy loves the 4KP and he's super valuable to have in the community. And I'll be watching more streams. So make sure y'all subscribe to his channel.
Yeah. Welcome to Yo Retro House of Hounds. Thanks for showing up, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I told him about our show tonight, and he said he'd come by as soon as he can. So, definitely, man, he's one of the cool cats in here. So glad you are here, buddy, and I'm glad you are enjoying your 4KP, and looking forward to the tournament that Tomato Grass is trying to set up, and he wants streamers to stream on their 4KPs. Tournament gameplay and compare scores against somebody else in the community, and then like have tournament brackets, basically knock somebody out, move on to the next round and stuff like that. So hopefully House of Hounds gets involved in that. Yeah, Papa Brad, I signed up as well. 6, I hope you sign up for it too, even though you can't record gameplay somehow, find some way to do it. But it'd be awesome just to have a crap load of people involved in this and just be able to show off some gameplay and build a community around it. So,
Word. Yeah, I don't know I could probably figure something out. I could probably figure something out to record, but
even if you have to get like your phone and then like point it down on a tripod towards the playfield, just so you can be able to see your scoring, so it's legit. But House of Hounds, I'll hit you up some way on Facebook or whatever, and then I'll give you the link, the Google Drive link or whatever to sign up for it. All right, so back to the presentation and everything. So good on Barrels of Fun doing that, adding some more game modes and stuff. So now Atgames news throughout the rest of the show here, guys. We're going to look at the non-Zen schedule, basically from January all the way to December. I'm actually really surprised to see 26 new tables coming to the 4K as well as the HD in 2025. Showing that commitment and support for the HD community is huge for Atgames to continue doing that, because that was their biggest problem last year, according to the HD community, is that, oh yeah, y'all forgot about HD, huh? It's all about the 4KP now. Yes and no. They want y'all to move up to the 4KP, but if you're going to stick with the HD, they're going to continue to support it. And you got 26 brand new tables that are coming to both platforms.
Yeah, I think this was a good move by their part. I was kind of shocked that they just gave us the whole year. Like, I guess they're trying to. I don't know. Just to me, the only reason I think it's kind of a bad decision giving the whole year away is because they're known for delays. So I feel like this is just going to snowball into a bunch of delays where half these tables you don't see till 2026, potentially. But hopefully not. Maybe they got things ironed out better than not. Magic Pixel really doesn't have the same difficulties Zen had, porting stuff over. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of shocked by that. And then, most of these I wasn't too hype about, all the deluxe versions or whatever tables. Like, I wasn't too hype about that. I was happy to see a couple of newcomers like Primal Carnage, which, I was happy to see a new brand come to this platform. But I'm like, here we go with this dinosaur shit again. Like, didn't we just? How many times have we said like we've had chill on the dinosaurs? Dinosaur Dynasty, Jurassic Park got 3-packs, Dinosaur Dynasty 2. Now we got Primal Carnage coming over with more dinos. So, but with that said, if you love dinosaurs and you love pinball, there's no reason you shouldn't buy this machine, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, I will say that some of these deluxes, like all these deluxes, we never seen before, and they may be on Zacaria's Pinball the game on Steam, but it's the first time they're ever going to be coming to the HD and the 4KP. I'm actually excited to see Time Machine Deluxe and Magic Castle Deluxe, Shooting the Rapids Deluxe. Now, the trend that they're going on, which we'll go more into detail when we go on to our Natural History Pack 3 review, is if you clean up the playfield a little bit and not add so many smaller playfields and sectioned off playfields and 12, 15 flippers on the screen, you got a winning formula. And that seems like the direction that Magic Pixel wants to go. So any of these tables that have not come out yet, it'd be awesome to see what they can do, especially now that seemed like they're listening to the community and broadening the idea of that. Not more flippers and more playfields is not exactly a great thing.
Yeah, and I think also Zen fired them up to get more content to us. I think now, you got Pepsi, you got Coke. Having competition is a good thing in a way. They kind of reinvigorate you to go, okay, this is what we need to do. Okay, this is how Zen's dropping content on next year. Well, this is what we're doing too. So yeah, it's cool.
Real quick, sorry. Super chat from Marine 50. Merry Christmas, guys. So glad you're doing a show tonight. $20.
Hey, salute, Marine.
Thank you so much, man. God bless, man. I really appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, that's real. That's what's up, bro.
And then Papa Brad says, hey, man, pinball and dinosaurs is like pizza and beer.
Is it?
It just goes together.
I guess. I guess is it. I mean,
there is a lot of IPs that could go really well with pinball and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's just there's so much more we can do besides dinosaurs and pinball too. So, but
So
the thing that interests me the most on here, not to cut you off, was kind of
no,
like
please. I didn't mean to cut you
that
off. Go ahead, man.
that the Atgames original Legends pinball tables that are unnamed, like we don't know what those are. So that's really intriguing to me.
And they automatically say one table, so they're not exactly going to be like a Natural History Pack 3, but maybe they could do a Dinosaur Dynasty 3, or if they decide to do like maybe it's an original table, but it is got an IP attached to it. Say like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If they did something with Nickelodeon, or if they did something with even Microsoft and did something different, and added some.
Well, just like they're doing Sea of Thieves and they're doing Primal Carnage. They might have another license. They just don't want to drop the name prematurely and have the list pulled, kind of how the Zen list got pulled. So, and Wingo's asking, does this mean the deluxe tables aren't coming to the 4KP? No, they are. This is the HD and 4KP rollout.
Yes, this is them together. So you're getting both of them.
It is just the Magic Pixel rollout for all of next year, from January all the way to December.
Oh yeah, Pizza Time would be dope. I'm not gonna lie. I played with that on the VPX standalone a little bit. Didn't play too well, but I do know what you're talking about. That was the original table that Atgames was working on. So,
and like PG said, Dr. Seuss and different license. They've had different licenses in the Magic Pixel kind of portfolio. So I have a feeling those are going to be like licensed tables. That's why they're not giving us the names yet.
Also, what I found interesting on this list is at the very bottom, you got your Rare Pinball Pack Part 1 and then Part 2. So Part 1, of course, is Sea of Thieves, one table. For the HD, it's coming out on the 23rd of January. Obviously, the 4KP is getting it on the 31st of this month, so next week. So it looks like the HD version got a delay. Not sure why, not sure what's going on there. But I don't see on here, unless they're all coming together, the 4KP. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so the 4KP version and the HD version of Battletoads and Killer Instinct are coming on February 20th.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to drop both tables at the same day, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's good news. At least they're not drip feeding it out for all the way through spring,
Yes. Now I did want to bring this up, and I love the fact that you edited this for yourself on your YouTube channel. Is that Primal Carnage? So if y'all haven't seen this, Magic Pixel was making Primal Carnage tables for Zakaria Pinball on Steam, but it looks like Atgames is bringing them to them too. So this is just a little teaser that they had so far. This was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, I don't think this is. Oh, so they had it on a Zakaria Pinball platform, but it's not Zakaria license, right? So
no. They were just adding it to it.
Yeah, so it's Code 5 or whoever made this, or it says it. Play that one more time. Yeah, Matt. I don't know why I quit playing. Anyways, Magic Pixel. Am I frozen? What happened? Oh, Lord.
Oh, am I still live, guys? Hit me up in the chat. Oh, okay. I think I lose 6. You there, buddy?
I don't know what happened. You just froze playing that video.
Okay, am I back?
Yeah, you're obviously.
Okay, I just didn't know, man, because sometimes my screen's screwing up. So, try playing it again. Maybe it'll be all right. So, yeah. Circle 5.
Circle 5, yeah. So Circle 5, they develop Primal Carnage. They're the license holders, I assume, and they probably license this out to Magic Pixel and let them develop. I think they developed 3 Primal Carnage tables actually, so this will be a pack, I imagine.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be right after each other, right? So you got 27th of February is the first table, and then March 13th is the second, March 27th is the third, and then the fourth is on April 10th. So 4 tables. Nice.
Okay, 4 tables here.
And then you're getting 6 original Atgames tables, which are going to be announced later as well.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Guys, y'all are going to be eating good for the rest of 2025 for real. Good God.
I was looking at the first impressions video we did when we first, or no, actually my review on Attack from Mars, and I had like 27 tables when I first got it. Like I bought a couple of the Taito packs or whatever, and yeah, and now I got like over 200, and I'm like, holy shit! I bought a lot of pinball tables over the past year. Now I'm looking at these rollouts, and I'm going, bro, bro. They just pretty much found a way to, get in my pockets all next year. Pause.
Yeah, currently we're at 207. And just think, man, like the end of 2025, we're gonna be almost to 300.
I would think
around 280 range, right? 280 something range.
Yeah.
Between Magic Pixel, Atgames, Zakaria, and Zen.
Yeah, and all playing natively, which that was really my biggest thing. Was I wanted to play games. I wanted to play games natively on this. I know I can go OTG. I know that displays better, and but natively, I'm loving how this thing's functioning right now, and I really got no complaints how Zen tables or Magic Pixel tables are playing, natively. But we'll get into that a little bit. I do got some minor nitpicks here and there when it comes to how some of these tables perform.
All right. I'm interested to hear this because we didn't even talk at all week about our feelings on these. I did mention to some people about how I felt, but I haven't spoke to you about it. So it's interesting. I can't wait to see your review on some of these. But
likewise.
One thing that we did differently than other content creators is we broke down the Zen tables week to week or day to day, and what you'll be getting in it, right?
Yeah, to give people more of a better visual understanding than those Atgames ones,
For reals. So in this first pack, what do we got? We got Star Wars pinball. Finally. So many people are begging for Star Wars and Marvel, but not the entire year has been announced yet. At least you're getting Star Wars, and a lot of people are super happy about that, and the possibility of a Star Wars skin coming out later in the year too.
That's a big deal to me because unlike some of our viewers, I'm not a Trekkie. I'm a Star Wars diehard Star Wars fan, so. I'm excited about this. So I think this first pack's got Clone Wars, Boba Fett, and Return of the
Jedi. Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. Okay.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, because that's February 19th. Now you'll get those 3 in a pack. Now again, it's probably gonna be like $15, right? $5 each.
Yeah, I imagine. As long as I don't bump the price up.
And then that's in February. So in March, you're getting the Balance of the Force mini pack, and that's going to have Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader, and Starfighter Assault.
Yes, that Starfighter Assault's a banger. It's a little sleeper hit right there.
Never played it. I've never played that table, but I've seen video on it. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, I'm happy too because I'll still see the arcade one-up pinball people in those groups every now and then, and I'm like, damn, bro, I can't wait to get some Star Wars on my machine.
I have a friend in the Zen orbit, and the second half of the year could arguably be even better. So I'm looking forward to it, Jason.
I want to have friends in the Zen orbit too.
Yeah, man. Maybe you can hook me up with that person. So,
Yeah.
they cherry picked the Star Wars tables pretty well. So good, good. Because I didn't think it was all of them. I thought they had like maybe like
Mm.
15, 19 tables or something like that you could choose from.
They're missing a couple of them, but the door's open now, so hopefully we get the sales up for them, and they can go back and say, "Hey, Disney, give us a little more of that."
Yeah. Vader tables one of the greats from Zen.
Yeah, they
Star
should
Wars.
have definitely had a trilogy pack. That's upsetting.
I got you. So those three will be on March 12th. The following month, also, you're getting Mandalorian, which I heard is pretty popular amongst Star Wars pinball fans.
Yeah, getting you a little Grogu, a little Grogu. I haven't played the Zen version of this, and like I said, I stopped playing pinballfx for quite a while. Even I didn't play much pinball M except for a couple trials because I just didn't want to like spoil the experience of playing these firsthand on the 4K piece. So I'm kind of glad I've waited, to check these out because it's gonna be brand new for me.
Yeah. On the exact same day, you're also getting the Star Wars Classic Collection.
Classic collectibles. Now this I
Collectibles.
didn't
Okay.
even know about this table. That's why I said I've been so out the loop on purpose, trying to like avoid this shit like spoilers kind of like for movies because I just wanted a full experience on the 4KP. And this table I had to go look it up, like what is this? And it's cool. It's got a little table where it's got like almost like the little Kenner action figures. And remember how they used to have like the Christmas holiday set where that the kids would send a little box out for the Kenner figures, and you try to place all the figures on the little cardboard background and stuff like.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got like the little Kenner figures, and you try to build your cast based on what movie it was, and the figures look like Return of the Jedi or A New Hope or Empire, and it just looks really cool. It looks like it's like basically a Kenner pinball table without having a license. It looks really cool.
Okay. I was wondering what it meant by classic collectibles. I was like, does that mean multiple tables? And no,
Yeah,
it's
you
games.
try to collect the cast of the movie, by doing little objectives on the table, and I think it's really cool. It looks cool to me.
Oh man, so it's a roulette wheel of action figures. That's cool, man. I go ahead to check that out.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that though.
yeah, that's what I'm hyped for.
So basically, what that's eight Star Wars tables
Yeah, out the
coming back to
gate.
back to back in 3 months in a
Yeah,
3 month span.
starting the year off right, making someone like me super happy because I want this and I want my Marvel Zen stuff, and I'll be pretty much satisfied. Everything else is just icing on the cake at that point.
Yeah. So now that we're definitely getting Star Wars, it's inevitable, right? That you should be getting Marvel as well.
I think
So
so. Yeah.
we'll have that conversation here in August, right? Or sometime in
Yeah,
spring, maybe.
and there were early images where we seen some Star Wars promo stuff for the 4KP, and we could never find those images retroactively trying to look them up. But yeah, so I feel like this was teased a long time ago, and that Marvel stuff was on there too. So I think it's inevitable, like Thanos.
All right. So May 14th, you're getting your first Williams pack of 2025. It's going to be Junkyard, The Getaway 2, and my favorite, Medieval Madness. I'm super excited about this, man.
Yeah.
May 14th, I'm going to disappear.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that somebody was in the chat the last show said just give me the getaway, I'll be happy. And I know a lot of people want Medieval Madness, and I really do think a Medieval Madness skin might be on the way eventually. So it's nice to see they're giving us what we want now, because now after this, it's all Williams, right?
Yeah. All Williams except for one pinball pack, which we'll get into once we get there. It's not too far away, but good to see that May 14th, man. A lot of people are going to be super happy that this pack is coming out. One of my favorites, pirate themed tables that I played in real life. I love the real life table. Black Rose, man, and a lot of people, sleep on this table or don't find it too much fun. I love this table. It's got a good flow to me, and it's got a good theming too, especially with the cannon at the bottom and the rail system that comes straight down the middle and can fall to either the left flipper or the right flipper. I love this table.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good table to get in May. And when we were talking about Sea of Thieves, I was like, why are they doing that pirate themed skin when they could do Black Rose? So that's another option for a 4K piece skin. So they saw a lot of these Sea of Thieves, they might go, Pirates fans going crazy. Let's give them some more of this. So yeah, another banger, another Williams banger, added to the collection.
Yeah. And it's so weird because like locally to me, somebody's selling a Black Rose that they recently redid, refinished and everything, $4,000. I was like, damn, I'd really like to have that or Black Knight 2000, but I do really enjoy this table. It's a banger, man. I'm super excited. May is going to be a great month.
Black Rose with the tattoo on her titty.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Firing the cannon's cool. It really is, dude. Very same day though. It's kind of weird how they broke up this pack. I guess because it's 2 tables instead of the traditional 3 in a Williams pack. But this pinball pack had only 2 tables, and they just broke it up, just put them on the same day, and that's Party Zone.
Mm-hmm.
And Party Zone's part of the trilogy to Party Animals and what Dr. Dude and his Fantastic Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just I guess the big table to this, the big trilogy table. Go ahead, man.
I feel like this is maybe maybe y'all caught me fumbling. I think this is supposed to be Dr. Dude, isn't it?
No, it's Party Zone, bro.
Okay, Party Zone, yeah. All right, yeah. I don't know why they broke it up then. I feel like this was in a pack on consoles, but maybe not. But anyhow, yeah. For some reason, I was never a real fan of this table. So hopefully, when I get a chance to replay it, maybe I'll feel differently, because there's been a couple tables on here that I wasn't a big fan of when I played them on console and stuff. And then once I replayed them on, like Fishtails, for instance, Fishtails I wasn't a big fan of on console. And then once
my boy froze again. All right, so the Getaway is coming out on the 14th, Volume 1, my man. You back? Yep, you're back.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Party Zone, yes. Papa Brad and Tim McCloskey are holding a tournament right now. They are playing the Party Zone. Go check out Arcade Talk to get the code to join in on that pinball tournament.
Yeah, I was just basically saying, there's some tables that I played on console, like Fishtails. It didn't really sell me on console, and then once I played it on a 4KP, I enjoyed it more. And I'm hoping this is one of them kind of tables.
Me too.
Because I was not a big fan of this when I played it on console. I was just like, it's all right.
Yeah, it has something to do with the perspective of it being an actual table layout instead of the camera angles that the console gives you.
Yeah,
playing on a TV or a horizontal TV, playing in a cabinet is way better. So yeah, totally agree.
That and my pinball knowledge has expanded since then. Like I've done a lot to just try to be a student of pinball, as far as just watching other people play and just learning what things are, knowing what a slingshot is, knowing what a nudge pass is, or you know what I mean, just the different terminologies. That's the word I'm looking for. Knowing what a dead bounce is. Like, I didn't know that stuff when I played on console. I was just hitting the flippers playing pinball. So now I'm going into this with all the physicality and the terminology and trying to expand my pinball knowledge, as far as just knowing the game and knowing how pinball works, and the different modes and how to get into them. And yeah, so I'm hoping re-experiencing Party Zone, I could apply some of that and maybe enjoy it more than I did on console.
Yeah, and a lot of people are agreeing with you. I didn't. Papa Brad didn't like it as much on his PS4. Imagine it's probably gonna be playing it on the cabinet much differently. Even Ray's not a big fan of it either. So,
Yeah, so
looking
we'll
forward.
see. It just might not be that great of, Williams got bangers, but that doesn't mean every single one's a banger. So I'll reevaluate. We'll reevaluate this come late May.
Right. All right. So moving on into June. June 11th. I'm super excited about this pinball pack as well. Theater of Magic has become a sleeper hit for me. It's been one of my favorite tables that I've been playing lately, especially on my handheld, on Steam, as well as even the console. Man, I'll pop in Theater of Magic and play a couple of rounds of it. Super fun. Safecracker is the first time I ever played it was on VPX standalone, and I like how it incorporated a back glass to play it and everything on there. I don't know if it's going to work on the 4KP or not that way. And then of course, Champion Pub is kind of like an RPG, right? You build up your character to fight each fighter in the center, and you build up strength to your character and try to beat them before they beat you, kind of deal. It's really
Yeah,
really
you're
cool.
low prize fighting kind of RPG elements to the pinball table. Theater of Magic, I think, is just some of the best theming of all time because you got so many, pirates tables or dinosaur tables, and you don't have a lot of tables just based on magic, and Safecrackers kind of got some humor to it, So yeah, this is a stellar pack for real.
And then House of Hounds, I really wish they would have announced Dead by Daylight for it. I think it's better than Chucky or The Thing. And
Yeah,
I think purposely they stopped in September on the Zen tables because they wanted October to be kind of a surprise.
I
Maybe
think
maybe you could
October is
see.
all pinball.
Yeah, I think you could see Count Bloodbrook, uh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Dead by Daylight in like a triple pack kind of deal. Or at least,
Yeah,
week by week by week, you get another table like that. I think they're gonna go all out with the monthly theme type deal, like the seasonal themes. I think they're gonna go all out next year with that.
yeah, they're gonna just like us. Like if we do an award show next year, we want it to be better than the year before. And I imagine the results they got from theming things based around the holidays this year, they want to just double that and intensify that too. So it would be smart in October to have that all pinball M releases.
They're all
Safe
good.
cracker,
You know they're gonna drop Chainsaw in October.
they got to.
Yeah, it's a long way, House of Hounds, especially if you're more of a horror theme type guy.
It
But
is, but with all this stuff, it
you're gonna
might
be
go
eating
by
good
so
until
quick.
then.
Yeah, it might go by so quick, bro. This past year went by really quick, bro. Man, yeah, a lot of that's perception or whatever, but when I look at I feel like I just got this machine and damn, it's already a year later, you know what I mean? And that year with them releases hitting every week,
Yep.
it's gonna fly by, bro.
Just think of it this way: you're gonna get 9 months of appetizers, and then you're gonna get your full course meal in October, and then have
Yeah.
dessert in November and December.
Yeah. And the other way I look at it is as a pinball community, don't we want to secure these kind of purchases first? Like if we can get these license, purchase a license on our tables or 4KP, don't you want to get these recreations first and have those locked in on your machine where you own it
Mm-hmm.
and cool? And then we could worry about all the other stuff, we could worry about all the cool, Zen inspired tables and Atgames inspired, Magic Pixel inspired tables, or whatever cool stuff they come up with later. But let's get these classics on our machines, and then we'll go from there.
Absolutely, man. I mean, these had to come out, and you don't want to overload us with, say, 3 pinball games in one day, and then next week drop 3 more. You want to spread these out, man. Make it like one table a week kind of deal to give you some time to play them, enjoy them, and not forget about them. And also to space out for the tournaments as well, the Flipper Friends tournaments, one table a week. might as well do a tournament for that table for that week, and it just kind of it just makes sense.
Yeah, well, even like with this review we're gonna do at the end of the show, it's like you gotta cram everything in there if you drop stuff too quick, right? So this gives everyone a chance to play a table, review it, promo it, push the sales on that pack, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, and you bought it after the flipper lag. You never got to experience the dark times on those Zen tables and flipper lag. It was some dark times, but man, like it was fun then, but it became the best experience after.
Yeah. I was having fun out the gate, but I didn't really, I wasn't picking up on the flipper lag like everyone else was, or I had adjusted to it to a point where I was still having fun, but after the fix, I retroactively seen that, I was like, okay, and now I see what people were complaining about to an extent, and now everyone's kind of on the same page that we're all pretty much happy. I really don't see anybody within the community complaining about anything other than the servers going down and them not being able to play this machine.
Correct. Exactly. Anybody that owns one is not complaining about the machine at all. That's the only people that really complain about it is the people that don't have one.
Yeah, that don't actually own it, because if they were, they'd be eating up this content because it's so fun, bro. There's just so much to do. Let's see what the next slide is too, though.
It's the gift that keeps giving. So I think continuing in June, you got the reason. This is the reason why I think Atgames took their video down announcing all those Zen tables. Is because if this is a Zen property, it should be Zen's discretion to announce this, not Atgames. So I think this is the reason why that video got taken down is because they announced Tomb Raider Pinball before Zen could actually announce it.
Yeah, I was thinking differently than most of the people. I was thinking that this was a Magic Pixel release and they accidentally put it on the Zen slide. That's what I was thinking, because I was thinking like I could see Magic Pixel doing this property like they're doing KI, like they're doing Sea of Thieves, picking up on something people are kind of, a known gaming franchise that maybe Zen would overlook, but maybe Zen is, I guess Zen is doing this. I mean, it was on the Zen slide, but then they pulled that. So I was thinking maybe they accidentally put a Magic Pixel release on the Zen slide and just pulled it, but maybe they did they did get ahead of themselves and and leaked a Zen table without Zen's okay in it,
This is interesting. So Jason says Embracer Group owns Zen Pinball as well as Tomb Raider. So it was coming all along. And so will others under the Embracer banner. Jason,
nice.
can you bring up some ideas of what's under the Embracer banner that possibly Zen could actually do? That'd be great.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know who. I'll be honest. I don't know who owns the Tomb Raider license anymore. I know it used to be Eidos or whatever, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, and then that became I forget the name of the company. Gosh,
Eidos or whatever it used to be, and then it's switched ownership. I think once or twice, to be honest.
And I think Paramount had the license for it to do the movies. Was it Paramount?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Or DreamWorks or something. It is Paramount.
No, it was Paramount.
Yeah. But so I think, other than maybe your speculation, I think the other speculation is that they announced this before Zen announced it, and Zen said, "Hey, take that down. We're not ready to announce that yet." Because they usually do it like a month before they actually release it, right? So
we got some answers: Witcher 3, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain, Thieves, Saints Row, Goat Simulator, which we already got from Zen, Dead Island, Darksiders, Metro MX vs ATV, Kingdoms of Amalur, Time Splitters, Satisfactory, Wreckfest, and more. Okay.
So basically, THQ, right? That's the THQ license. It has a lot of that stuff. So Embracer Group must own THQ, or
they bought their catalog more than likely.
Interesting. So The tentative release date for Tomb Raider Pinball 1 and 2 pack is going to be June 18th. And like Jason said, that should be a day one release, the first day one release of Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and now the Legends 4KP. All Tomb Raider will be on all those platforms at the same time.
Now, do you think this will be classic retro Lara Croft like we see here in this image, or do you think it'll be, you know, the new Lara Croft, the movie Lara Croft? Who knows?
I
think
wouldn't mind
the movie they'd have to get Angelina, so I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the movie license. I think they'll go more or less Crystal Dynamics version of Lara Croft, you know, with Tomb Raider, or the Rise of Tomb Raider, Shadow of Tomb Raider. I think maybe.
You know, it would be cool though, I think, if Zen like did like a Xena kind of table for Tomb Raider the movie too, and had Angelina on there. Like that could be cool too, if it was like a throwback 90s table or 2000s table or something, you know, early 2000 kind of table could be cool too. Or if there was a pack, you know, what if you had retro Lara Croft, the new Lara Croft, and then the movie? That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Angelina, yeah. Angelina.
Or the Tomb Raider reboot, that other chick that played out as that either.
Yeah, I heard they're still doing a sequel to that movie eventually, but it's just been wrapped up in like development hell.
Wouldn't doubt it. Tomb Raider would be good to do a retro table and a modern table. So Pinball Pack 1 or their table 1.
I mean, Angelina might cost too much, but yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. You know, but it depends.
Yeah. So June 18th will be interesting once June rolls around, see what they announce, and you know, you'll know it here from your retro.
Facts.
So first week of July, another great pack, Hurricane, which is part of the Cyclone series, Red and Ted's Roadshow, and Whitewater.
Yeah, and Red and Ted's Roadshow, that was kind of like a spiritual successor to Funhouse in a way.
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of Funhouse fans are real fond of that table, and Whitewater's on a lot of people's like top 25, top 50 lists of all best pinball tables of all time. So this is another banger pack right before 4th of July. So you'll be spending your holiday weekend probably playing these.
Oh, for sure. Hurricane's so good, but Red and Ted Roadshow is kind of like a sleeper hit for me. I actually enjoy it more than Funhouse sometimes.
Yeah, I do too.
Got good shots.
I do too. It's weird. It's and the DMD stuff's real cool on that.
And then of course you got Whitewater, which is an all-time classic. Holy crap. Yes, Papa Brad. They need to animate the back glass in Hurricane. So when you hit the spin wheel, the image is supposed to, and the back glass is supposed to spin. They gotta have that, man. You gotta put that in.
If Black Hole can do it, you know, they could do it on Black Hole.
If Magic Pixel can do it, Zen, you know you can do it.
Yeah, Zen can do it. So it's just a matter. And I think we're gonna see that, because you'll see towards the end of this, you know, they're going to be doing some different things, you know, by the end of these releases.
Yeah. I would love to have Comet and Cyclone on there too, which is part of the Hurricane trilogy. I imagine, you know, Zen is not done with the Williams library. I mean, obviously we just got Pack 8 a couple weeks ago. I imagine Pack 9 is probably going to either have Comet or Cyclone on there eventually, and they'll do more pinball packs like that. I mean, they're not done with the Williams license. You know they're not.
No, it seems like Zen's got a goal over there to try to knock them all out, you know, to get them all up under their belt. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Embracer Group and Middle Earth Enterprises owns not only Tomb Raider, but the gaming license for Lord of the Rings as well. Oh, God. Wow. If I got a Lord of the Rings table,
wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Or even a whole trilogy, you know, or a Hobbit table even, you know.
And imagine Earthshaker with the SSF kit.
Ooh wee.
Thank you, Papa Brad, for making me wait all the way to August for that one. See, all backlash should be animated backlash. Even lighting effects like Adam's Family, you can only see it when the light flashes that room. Simple things like that go a long way. I think Zen could actually do a hell of a lot more with this.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh man, keep it coming. Lord of the Rings, here we go. Nice to see you, Danny. And yeah, Lord of the Rings will be a game changer for real. So look forward to that pack, guys, on July 2nd. We're not done yet, man. We still got the rest of July, and then we got August coming up. There's just so much to cover in this, man. Another fantastic one, Arabian Nights and
Circus Voltaire.
Yeah.
No Good Gophers.
Gophers, man. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, that's a teed offs competition right there. No Good Gophers, and yeah, just all bangers. Tales of Arabian Nights, a lot of people's favorite pinball table of all time. So
I agree with you. Way too fast for you. I'd lose my shit too. Dude, July 16th. I'm looking forward to this pack for sure because I started really getting into Circus Voltaire, but Arabian Nights it's up there with Medieval Madness for me, man. The way it plays.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful pinball tables of all time. You know, just to look at.
And No Good Gophers. That's just a straight up fun game. Period.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's teed offs competition right there. The Gottlieb table. Those two remind me of each other. They theming wise, you know.
Oh yeah, I think No Good Gophers like used that as inspiration when the guy created it.
I think they were. Caddyshack. I think Caddyshack. That's what I was just gonna say. I think they both were themed off Caddyshack.
Yes, Danny. Yeah. Oh, I'm in love with this pack, man. I can't wait for July. Is gonna be so good.
All next year is looking lovely.
Absolutely. And then July 20th, man. Like this is what Pinball Pack 6 or 6.
Yeah, and here's the Dr. Dude in this excellent raid that I was talking about earlier. But that's why I had it confused. We're getting 2 out of that set, right?
Yep. And so I think Ray Delatorre, this is the one you're going to be looking forward to. You love Funhouse, dude.
Yeah, he's been asking.
Funhouse. Jason loves Funhouse. This is the main pack everybody's looking forward to, man. July 20th. Yeah, seems like a long ways away, but it's not going to take any time to get there, guys.
Not when you're getting these almost weekly packs, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna start flying by. Trying to keep up with the content. That's what it's gonna be about.
I really seriously want to know how much money Atgames is making off of these packs because this makes perfect sense for them to help them grow their platform.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make their money right here. You know, most of the stuff once you figured out the porting. You know, I mean, outside of the extra time they're taking to get things ready for the SSF, you know what I mean? All their expenses they're being covered. Believe me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break. Look, Drunken Canadian. I'm gonna have to break it down, man, to like every pinball pack and add it all up and see how much money I'm gonna spend next year on the Atgames platform. And be like, all right, I need to put this money aside so I can afford my other bills.
That's what I was getting at. I just bought like 180 tables this year. And now the way next year is looking, I'm like, bro, they got me all year. It's like a subscription. It's like Disney Plus or Amazon Prime or something. Like they went in my pockets. They got my money all next year. They figured out a way to subscribe me. And there's no subscription needed. I'm buying everything.
Yeah, Jason, add that up. How much are we gonna have to pay next year? If it was $5 a table for Williams tables, holy crap! How much do we have to pay? Oh my god! Yeah, this schedule right here is gonna move a lot of machines, and I think that's what Atgames was hoping for. I think, and Zen, the partnership between them two, this is the fruit of their partnership right here, 2025, man.
I mean, this is pinball, right? Like all these tables they're giving us, this is real pinball. These are real pinball tables. So this is, I think, this is the best thing they could have done is hyper focus on their demographic, give their demographic what they want, and then we could worry about all the extra stuff.
Yeah, and this is something that I've always wanted from a home arcade company was just give me a roadmap of your entire year of what you're gonna do. Announce what you can anyway.
I was happy with seasonal roadmaps. This is crazy. This got me
Yeah.
like, holy shit, next year is about to be nuts, you know. But I'm dreading the inevitable delay of a pack, that domino effects to the other packs being delayed. That's my biggest worry.
Don't break my heart like that, Six. Come on,
Well,
man.
we just seen it at the end of the year this year, right? You know what I mean?
That is
So
true. That is true. But let's just hope that's growing pains and that 2025 is going to be no problem.
all right. I'll let you be the optimist and I'll be the pessimist this time.
Yeah, they will have delays. I know, Papa Brad. I know, Six. But come on, man. Just let me try to be happy a little bit.
Yeah, you just like I just know there's gonna be some delays. But with that said, they still got a good roadmap.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
Another great pack, man. So now we're back into August, dude, and I know
they just hitting you with the uppercuts. They hitting you with the fucking jab. They just every week. Damn, man. Damn.
I know, right? Bride of Pinbot, which I wanted so badly to work on VPX standalone to like run perfectly. It's a little slow, right? Because it's just so much going on this table and so many like real physics that they try to put into it, so it doesn't run that good. Now that I see that Atgames is bringing it on to it natively, I don't even care anymore. I'm good. I don't have to hook up a PC, man. I'm getting this table and it's going to run natively at 60 frames per second. I don't even care about the 1440p. I'm happy with that too. I'm cool, man. Bride of Pinbot's coming. Whirlwind's coming. And Swords of Fury, dude, is dope.
Yeah, I really want them to just do a whirlwind skin and do a topper that works for that. Like that would move machines too.
Just don't delay Medieval Madness or we all riot. Going to be
yeah, wow. Hey, y'all riot regardless. Let's be honest. Y'all riot. The servers go down a week. People lose their effing minds. It's crazy. I'm like, bro, I don't sweat it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not playing for a week. I got other stuff I could do. These people freak out if they can't play pinball for a week, bro.
I wasted so many quarters on Swords of Fury. So now you ain't got to worry about wasting quarters anymore, man.
Hey, yeah, you're just gonna waste a few dollars now.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, this is everything that arcade you wanted from Arcade 1-Up. Atgames is giving it all to you. So
and not just that, we told Arcade 1-Up, this is what we want. Do this. I'm glad Atgames listened, because that's all I ever wanted was, you know, a virtual pinball machine that was somewhat in my price range, that had the bells and whistles with the solenoids and the plunger and the 3 independent screens, and that could run these Zen tables and have DLC on a monthly, weekly basis, you know. And damned if I ain't get what I asked for.
Hell yeah, dude. And spades.
Yeah, facts, bro. This is amazing, bro. Like you say, gift that keeps giving.
Yeah. And then last not least, man, when you've taken all of the punches that Atgames has given you, now they're gonna take the finger and push your dizzy body over, and you're just gonna fall over.
Just mugging you like,
yeah, because now you're getting the latest pack that just released, even though it's basically a year later. Hey, that's all right. You're gonna get them in cabinet form. You're gonna get them with the SSF kit, and that's my favorite table of all time: Black Knight 2000. Earthshaker and Bonsai Run, which is awesome as well.
Yeah, when we were talking about the animated back glass on earlier, when we were talking about having animated back glass on Zen tables, I think this obviously shows Zen's gonna have to take that back glass from Bonsai Run, throw it down on the play field, and so we're gonna see new things happening from Zen 2 on this platform. New ways to use the tech. So, I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to be I imagine we're going to see all kinds of cool stuff moving forward.
Yeah, you know what? And now that I think about it, the Atgames Legends 4KP is the first ever actual cabinet that Zen is building tables for, right? They have to port those tables over to this. It's the first official licensed product that they have to port their tables over to. So
Well,
it
now
makes
if you
sense
don't
that they
count the
could.
arcade one up.
No, because that wasn't a video backglass. That was just, that was just a straight up picture. This is actually built into the machine. So I feel like if they really took the time and effort to put it in the code to actually have that backglass transfer and animate like it's supposed to, like on the real machines, I think uh, they could really buy into that and have that option on the 4KP, because this is the first partnership with a cabinet maker that does this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
this could give them. You might even like you. I think what you're kind of saying is potentially we might eventually get exclusives that could only function on this or in a VR kind of setting,
yeah.
where maybe on consoles you couldn't even play certain tables based on because there's some
Well, you
pinball
could play
tables
them,
where,
but you would have to like hit a button to look at the back glass.
right, or your view would have to shift up to go to the back glass because
Yeah.
there's some tables that actually have flippers on the back glass or the pinball and it goes up in the back play field on the back glass. So they could do all kinds of stuff. They could get really innovative moving forward, and I think Bonsai Run is going to be the first kind of implementation of that.
Yeah. So I think that this could be epic if they do the back glass and SSF kit correctly. This is going to be the big pack.
Stretch the DMD. I agree, Papa Bread. I think Zen needs to stretch the DMD and use the full DMD. I don't know why they're not. And if at the very least, they should give us the option to stretch it and then them go in and throw the coding in there or whatever, but give us the option to turn on a stretch DMD like we can on our back glass and let us make that choice.
Yeah. For sure. All right, so that's the last of the Williams packs that they have announced, and that's going to be August 27th. They did say in spring of 2025 they'll announce the rest of the schedule. So we'll see what else Zen and Atgames has planned for the rest of the year in spring. So we'll definitely keep you in touch on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll see more. We'll see more Zen originals, and then we'll hopefully see some Marvel stuff, and then Pinball M, and that'll probably finish out the year.
Yeah. So moving back from the future back to the present, let's talk about our reviews.
Yeah.
So
this
up,
dropped $5 for the free table we've been getting free forever. What do you think?
So I'm a fan of Sorcerer's Lair. I find that it plays very, very well on the 4KP. Easy to make shots and everything, and it's not cheap. Like, the ball doesn't get thrown into the speaking of the out lane. It does on that first shot. It did it to me too when I first shot the ball, launched the ball, and went straight to the out lane, and that's fine. It hasn't done it every time since then. But for $5, you get it basically built into cabinet mode. You get the back glass and SSF kit going into it. The only thing I find jarring is when you switch to the other play fields, like the cellar, the creepy cellar, and the arachnid mode.
Yeah, they got the one where the ball is on gears and you gotta hit the flippers to turn it. I mess that up every single time.
Me too. And I've had the ball like instantly drain on me, and you only got one shot at it on the creepy cellar and the arachnid mode. Like the ball just goes straight down. Like, even though I get that flashing warning as soon as I hit the flipper, I screwed up and it goes down. And then sometimes, like, I noticed on console version, it will give me another ball to try it again. On this, no, you get one ball and that mode's complete. Sorry, you didn't get any bonus points.
Yeah. This I felt like my Sorcerer's Lair skills got real rusty because I thought I wasn't able to put up the scores I put up on console previously on this, and it was kind of frustrating to me. But with that said, I do think the pack plays and looks great.
Yeah, the colors look awesome. It's the newer playfield, not the old school playfield where the kids didn't look like, they looked a lot different. They have updated the playfield, so it looks like the FX version, not the FX3 version.
Yeah.
The sound effects are good. Everything plays great. I am currently, I think, 5th or 7th. I think I'm 7th on this game on the backlash right now. It'd be interesting to see how some of the tournament players play this, like Mad Ben Han and Tomato Grass play it, because I want to see if there's any tricks I don't know about or any shots I need to go for. Other than that, man, it's kind of like a great beginner's table because the all the modes, you don't have to necessarily complete them. You just have to get to them in order for them to count as you doing them. And you can get to wizard mode and start, the wizard mode on that. So yeah, House of Hounds, you're number 3 now. So you moved up. So I didn't get a chance to watch that game. You do. So congratulations, dude.
Yeah, so I think this is worth the $5. Would I highly recommend anyone rushes out to buy it? I wouldn't. If the theming speaks to you, if you're into kind of like Harry Potter kind of vibes, this kind of has those kind of vibes, and and if you've played this table before and enjoyed it, buy it. It's $5, really can't beat it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I do think it's like a Zen original classic, like it's kind of in their playbook or in their catalog, like it's been on so many different platforms before, so everyone's who's played Zen pinball or pinballfx is familiar with this title. So you're pretty much getting what you expect. If you like Sorcerer's Lair, you'll like it on this. You'll probably like it even more because you're getting the SSF kit immersion. The back glass looks great on this. It kind of doesn't look that good when you're like scrolling through the table list, and then when you bring up the table, it looks a lot clearer.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a bug or whatever, but yeah, and then like I said, you still kind of you got that old school DMD that doesn't look as good as like the newer stuff, like the Universal TV Classics and Pinball M stuff. You got that old dot matrix that doesn't feel a full DMD display. That's really my only complaint. So besides that, it's a dope table.
Yeah. And like you said, also, like this game's free on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. And if you really find that you enjoy it on those platforms, like you keep playing it, even though it's free, like you keep playing it and you enjoy it, it's worth the $5 on the 4KP just for the SSF kit and being in that cabinet display mode. Like it's easy to make shots. It's a very forgiving table, and it's just fun, man. So I have no real complaints other than it's the mini play fields that take over the screen that get kind of jarring because number one, the ball's a different size, the flippers are a different size, the play field's a different size, and it kind of just throws off my timing a little bit. But it's just something I'll just have to get used to and play more.
On Sorcerer's Lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have no issues as far as the play field and all that. I thought it looked great, plays great. Yeah. The only thing. Actually, I got a super chat from Penny K saying, "Do I prefer Williams or Zen?" Williams, but Zen develops the Williams table, so it's a little bit of both, but I do like a lot of the Zen just original creations, like the Star Wars and Marvel stuff. So yeah. John Stapleton though, he's saying this pack is worth 0. I guess if that's how you feel. I think just them. just them incorporating the SSF, I'm willing to pay the $5 for it. And like you said, it's almost we're investing in them, showing them that we're happy with what they're doing and to keep the content coming.
Yeah. Study House of Hounds run on table. He does really well. He grabs all the obsidian, which is kind of like Star Trek: The Next Generation table, where you have to get the artifacts on every game mode in order to maximize your score during the wizard mode. So every mode you actually complete on Sorcerer's Lair, you get what's called obsidian, or you find obsidian, and the more obsidian you have, the higher your score is going to be during that wizard mode. So that's how you score high on the game. And thank you for agreeing with me, Papa Brad, that the cellar is super hard with that ball drop. And the Gears one, I haven't been able to complete it either. I hadn't been able to get to the second screen on the Gears one because I'm always crushing the ball. Like, it's almost immediately that you're going to crush that ball.
Yeah, as soon as I drop it to that second set of gears, it gets jammed up in between them two every trip for me. I've seen it. Somebody said earlier they get past the gears, no problem. There's other stuff messing with them.
That last batch is a quite good list of games. Makes me want to buy a 4KP now. Stock
Yeah.
Jock, join the family, dude. Nerd Lounge Master joined. Galaga Guy 88's joined. I need you for my Arcades Anonymous brother to join as well on that 4KP train, buddy.
Yeah, it was House of Hounds. He said he could do the gears every time, but the arachnid and creepy cellar he can't do them.
So, Papa Brad, perfect timing. Scale 1 to 10, my man. What is your rating on Sorcerer's Lair?
Oh, I give it probably what I'd give it on any platform. I would say probably like a 7.5. You know,
Okay.
it's an averagely good table. Nothing really bad about it. It's just that, again, theming doesn't really speak to me. You know, it's not necessarily my cup of tea as far as table themes go, but as far as gameplay and just the fun factor of it and the graphics and all that, I would give it about a 7.5. And pricing, you know, I feel like it's about a 7.5.
All right, cool, man. So I was gonna give it a 7. Like I said, it's worth the $5 because of the SSF kit and the cabinet mode view. Gameplay is good. It's very forgiving. It's a great beginner's table. Say if you got kids and you want them to, or they may be interested in saying, like, look what my dad plays every freaking day. I want to see why he's so into it. It's a great table to start a kid on.
Yeah.
Because there's like kids on the playfield and everything. It's their story on getting through Sorcerer's Lair and everything. So it's a great theme to start out with, right? And I think that's one reason why it's a free table on most platforms. But I think it's a solid 7, man, at least.
Yeah. There's as you see, we really don't have no negatives to say about the table. I think we're just we played it so many times, we're a little burnt out on this table in general. But so, like, you know how you said certain tables you won't go back too often. I think this is one of them tables. Like, I don't see me frequenting this table often in my library of 4KP tables, but it's nice to have it in there, you know.
So if you give that a 7.5, what do you give Wild West Rampage?
Oh,
tell me about Tom. Tell me about how you feel on Wild West Rampage.
Before I give you my score, definitely I'll give you my. So my first. Oh Lord!
I had to turn it down.
I thought you was about to do a standoff with me. You know.
No, man, we're not doing yet.
How many paces we taking, brother? How many paces we taking? All right, so yeah, I think like this table kind of hurt my feelings at first because what happened was I played the natural history pack first.
I did too.
And then I went straight to this and not Sorcerer's Lair. And I was like, ooh, I was like, Zen, Magic Pixel making you look real bad right now. You know? And I was I'm like, you know, it was like a head scratcher. Like, wait a sec, I've been saying Zen's kicking Magic Pixel's ass all along. Am I stupid? Because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Natural History Pack 3 now. And when I went back to this Wild West Rampage, first of all, I knew this table was gonna have issues when they dropped the gameplay footage, you know. And I also posted this on my shorts. I always post their shorts on my channel because they don't post them on their channel anymore. So I posted this and somebody commented like, "Hey man, where's the so there's like the upper tier to the saloon on the right, and you should be able to see the train." And I'm like, I didn't really notice that until he said it. And I said, you know, my reply to him was, I imagine when this drops, it's going to have a really zoomed out play field and a really tiny pinball.
Yep.
And sure as hell, when I fired this up, that's exactly what I got. Is this really far zoomed out view that I don't even know the pin. It almost looks like the pinball's got that Gottlieb oblong shape to it,
Yes.
where it almost looks like they had to really squeeze the aspect ratio to get the play field in there and get all the side rails or orbits or whatever all in there. And yeah, it was disappointing visually to me initially, you know, period. It's disappointing visually. Play wise though, I played it and I was having fun and I was doing pretty good and I was hitting all my shots. So as far as gameplay, you can play this, but I almost have to say buyer beware on this. If you don't know what you're buying and you think you're just getting this badass Wild West table, and you're going to be disappointed probably with the aesthetics of this table or the visual performance of this table on this machine. It's you know, and I really hope Zen moving forward, when they make original IPs like this or original inspired tables that or not inspired tables, but original tables, I hope they kind of keep in mind the play field on the 4KP, because all this extra space at the top of that saloon's using and below the flippers, it's really unnecessary on this machine, but they had to squeeze it in there to get them side rails in too. It's almost like they were forced to zoom out the perspective of this table. So I would say this one disappointed me.
Yeah, totally agree. So like you, I played Natural History Pack 3 because I was mostly intrigued by that, you know, brand new pinball tables. I've played Sorcerer's Lair. I played Wild West before. I wanted to play the new ones that I've never experienced before. So going into this after Natural History, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, man. The ball's microscopic, number one. Number two, you can tell that play field was squished in, because if
Yeah.
you look at those flippers, they are tiny at the very bottom of the like towards the play field. Like I literally have to like lean in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing.
I was like, am I on a Legends micro, you know, the micro pinball? That's what it felt like. I was playing on a micro when I played this.
Right. And one of the biggest problems with this game is it's not the flow, because you can hit any ramp you want to at any time. You can hit any drop shot anytime you want to, or sinkhole
Yeah.
anytime you want to. That's not the problem. The problem is that there is so much going on, so many freaking ramps, so many freaking rollovers, that when I'm squishing it like that, it's like it's easy to lose track of the ball. Number one. Number two, when you do start a mode, I have to pause for a minute and look and see where I'm supposed to shoot, because I have a hard time finding the little light up triangle that lights up a ramp that you're supposed to go up, or to find a drop target for like a character that you need to knock down to shoot to the wanted level or whatever. It's hard to find
Yeah.
where you need to go and where you need to shoot. And the thing is, like, you got 30 seconds to do it. Even like when hitting the where you got to blow up the barrels under the dynamite barrels or whatever. Stagecoach, I think is what that mode's called. Kaboom maybe is what it's called. But
Ray said you're cheating by pausing the game.
yeah, others like, just pause the game. It's like, but
well, this table too, it's if you notice the play field, all the objects on it are about the same color, right? That
that's
dirty
another
wild wild west kind of, and you can lose track of the ball, even the scores if you got those popping up on screen. It's all the same color. You could lose the ball behind the scores popping up, and then like you said, with the zoomed out play field, it makes it so hard to keep track of what's going on, and it just makes for a not that enjoyable experience. The gameplay is there. There's no real flipper lag that you got to deal with or anything like that. It's just the play field so tiny. It ruins the experience.
Yeah, because the play feels so large, they had to shrink it down to fit into like the cabinet view mode. It made everything super tiny, and the colors mute and fuse in together. It's hard to see. Like when you hit dual mode and you have to hit that one little gunman and hit him in time before he hits you, like it's hard, man. This table's hard. So it's kind of funny seeing that I'm like number 5 on the backlash and I've only scored like 29 million points, and seeing the scores be kind of low. It's like, yeah, everybody's having a hard time with this, I think.
Yeah, or people were just like,
yeah, I'm not sticking too much time into this.
Yeah, they swipe left like it was a ugly girl. So
yeah. Gonna pause real quick. Ray Delatorre gave 5 chaotic BPR memberships. Thank you so much, dude. To follow him though, and not to be outdone, Jason Little Alien throws up 10 memberships.
That's what's up, bro.
Man. So God bless, man. Thank y'all so much. And then my boy Joe Cade from Perfect Storm Gaming. Y'all check out his channel, dude. Great guy, great group of guys, man. They do a show every Wednesday night, usually at the same time as Arcades Anonymous. Joe Cade, man, throws up $4.99 super chat, man. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. And look forward.
Merry Christmas,
so
Joe.
Able to come to the show, huh?
I said Merry Christmas, Joe.
Hell yeah, dude. So they better make Lara Croft sexier than Cindy. So what score did you give this table?
Yeah, this is about a 5.
About a 5?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna
try to be nice, give it a 6, but it's about a 5. It's about it gets 1 star for every dollar you spend on this pack.
There you go. Copy at Joe's. It becomes too chaotic. I like what you did there, man. So, I mean, like I said, man, it's on console. It's fun to me. This table is more fun on console than it is on the 4KP, man. Because it's just
and that's weird because none of the other tables are like that to me.
Correct. Totally agree. So honestly, man, on a scale of 1 to 10, man, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and just give it like a 3 because I like that you can hit all your shots, all your ramps. The multi-ball is kind of cool where you load up the revolver in the middle with 6 shots, so you could have a 6-ball multi-ball if you do it in time. It's fun. That part is fun. But it becomes a super big time challenge when it comes to how fast the ball goes when you hit certain ramps, how many ramps there are, and the confusingness of what to do in each mode and not run out of time to complete it. Because if you don't complete it in time, you got to start it all over.
Yeah.
And it's not like Sorcerer's Lair when it comes to that. Like if you screw up on Creepy Cellar or you screw up on any mode and don't complete it in time, you still get credit that you completed it because you got to it. On this, though, no. Like if you don't blow up all the barrels in time, you got to do that mode again. If you don't stop the train or the train from being robbed, you got to do that mode over again. If you don't hit all the guys that you're trying to hunt after for wanted mode, you got to start that mode over. So it's just So I'm gonna say a 3, man. I'm pretty confident in that. But it's only $5, like Big D says. So if you like the theming, which I do, I like the theming, and it's a challenging table, and it's $5. I'm going to buy it regardless, but it's not going to be one I'm going to spend much more time on.
Yeah, that's a big buyer beware for me. If you're somebody who just got the Jurassic Park 4KP or something and you're trying to add tables to your list, I would say go buy Garfield before this, or go buy something else before you buy this. This should be one of the last tables if you're looking to add some new tables to your collection this holiday season. I would say just, put this at the end of your list.
Stock Jock gifted 10 more Chaotic BPR memberships, man. So thank you so much, Stock Jock. Love you, Daryl. And I'll see you next Wednesday when we do the giveaway on January 1st on Arcades Anonymous. All right. So Ray Delatorre says I give it a 7 because I'm sucker for Westerns. So yeah, theming matters to people, man. So you're not wrong. And it's tough to say because it's only $5. So yeah, please make sure you hit that like button, guys. Papa Brad gives it a 7. So
yeah, I like Westerns, but I can't give this a 7 because just the presentation overall is lacking. That play field being so zoomed out, and I can't really enjoy this table as much as I'd like to.
The SSF kit does pop on it, so I'll give it that.
Yeah.
All right. So the biggest surprise this week, and I'm totally thankful for the surprise, was that Natural History Pinball Pack 3, because I did not feel confident in it whatsoever after Pinball Pack 2, and they kept delaying this one. I was like, they keep delaying it either because they know inevitably it's going to suck, or some things are not working correctly, or because we didn't get screenshots, we didn't get gameplay until the last 2 weeks here, right?
Yeah, I thought they knew it was dumpster juice and they was trying to hide it, but
yeah,
apparently they fooled us all because this pack is fire.
Yeah,
it had a nice discount too on the first day, 20% discount, which I didn't expect. And I was like, okay, this makes it a little easier to paint it at 35. I wasn't looking forward to spending 35 after the second Natural History pack. I wasn't a big fan of. I think I scored that pack about a 7. That's why I couldn't give Wild West Rampage a 7, because I think Natural History Pack 2 is a little better than Wild West Rampage as far as how it plays, But yeah, so I wasn't really looking forward to this pack either. I was a little bit trepidatious about purchasing this pack at full price, but when I seen a 20% discount, I was like, all right, plus I wanted to review it, so I was like, yeah, let me pick this up. And like I said, I played this before the Zen tables, and yeah, I was thoroughly impressed by this pack, except for maybe one of the tables.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. Ray Del Torre said he won $10 from Atgames and he can't do crap with it because he tried to buy it he tried to use it to buy this pack and it wouldn't work. It's because it's currently on sale, so you can get this pack for $28, which to me is a great price for this pack. Once it goes off sale, you should be able to use that $10 off and get it for $25. So if you want to save $3, then wait till it's no longer on sale and then use that $10. Otherwise, if you don't mind paying $3 more, I mean, go ahead and get it, man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, super pleasantly surprised by this pack with the SSF kit and the flow of the tables. So a lot of people were like, okay, cool. They took away the multiple play fields. They took away the multiple flippers from most of these tables, right? And people were kind of like looking at Sea of Thieves at that gameplay and were like, okay, it looks mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like how the tentacles are coming out of the water and there's no animations. Well,
yeah,
if you look at Dinosaur Dynasty 2 and you make the what's it called? Megalosaur?
Megalodon?
It's not a megalodon. It's
Megalosaurus or some shit.
Yeah, Megalosaurus, something like that. When that pops out of the water for you to feed it a ball, the water animations. It doesn't go all over the table, but it does go around the dinosaur and everything. So,
Uh,
Mosasaur, yeah, Mesosaur.
yeah, that's what it is. Something
Something Discord I couldn't explain, man.
so.
Mosa something, right?
Yeah, but
So
I don't think that looks that good either, though, to be honest. I thought that kind of looked trash.
yeah, I mean for what it is, but I'm pleasantly surprised that Dinosaur Dynasty 2, the ball feels like it has some weight to it. It moves fast. It's not so bouncy all over the place or floaty, and it's not slow, right? That ball feels like it's got some weight to it. So I was like, okay, Magic Pixel, I see what you're doing here. And it got me hyped, especially the announcer at the beginning when he says, "Welcome to Dinosaur Dynasty 2." And just the way he said it as I'm launching the ball and getting into the gameplay, I was like, holy shit, this has got me hyped.
I was the polar opposite. I was like, what the F is out of all the tables or the 4 in this pack? I was most disappointed with Dinosaur Dynasty 2. I felt like it felt more like Dinosaur Dynasty Retro to me.
Really?
If you know how they do like the remakes, and then they do the deluxe, and then they got the retro versions and the Zachariah packs. Dinosaur Dynasty 2 to me feels like Dinosaur Dynasty Retro if they were to make one, but not that retro, like, but it just felt like a step back as far as, I don't know, that theming was. But with that said, as I started playing the table, I started enjoying it some more, and yeah, I actually had a pretty decent time on this table, but it's definitely my least favorite out of the pack.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Dinosaur Dynasty is my least favorite out of the pack.
Okay, so it's kind of weird because it's not my least favorite, and I'll tell you which one is.
I know, because you were number 1 for about a day on there, and I was like, oh, he must really like this pack. I was like, yeah, or this table. I was like, I don't really like this table that much.
Well, I mean, I'm still 5th on this table, but I don't know, man. It's to me, it's better than 1. It's better. It's great. It's fun.
Is it better than 1, chat? Is it better than Dinosaur Dynasty 1, chat? Is it? I mean, it's got less flippers, less, I guess, layers to the playfield. It's a little more focused, but is it better?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do triple spinners side by side never seen that done. So it's a different play field, and you were sick of all those mini play fields, and I'm glad they took those out. Mad Ben Han, one of the best virtual pinball players in the building right now. Dinosaur Dynasty 2 is great. Looks like it could be a real pinball table if they really wanted it to be. All right, so Dinosaur Dynasty 1 is way better. And then Pop Brad says, no, 100% better than 1. I like Dinosaur Dynasty's 2's simplicity better, more. Yeah,
there's something to be said about the fact that they kind of hyper focus, made it a little more realistic. But I'm just saying, I feel like it's debatable. Is it? That's why I say, is it better? I think it's debatable. It didn't feel like when I hear 2 on something, I always expect like an evolution of, or something that really and it didn't really feel like a major step up in the Dinosaur Dynasty catalog. It just felt like more of the same, but less of the same.
Okay. Like I said, I like the multi-ball in Dinosaur Dynasty 2 where you hit it in the dinosaur's it looks like, I guess you hit him in his mouth at the very end of the table, and then you got the Mesosaur pop out in the middle of the table, like he breaks away the spinners in the center and then pops his mouth open, and then the announcement comes. It says, shoot the dinosaur in the mouth. Or feed the beast, in other words. So you feed the beast and you lock a ball, and you have the option to do a 2-ball multi-ball or try to get lock lit again and repeat the process, and then do a 3-ball multi-ball. So you have the options, and I don't know, man. I like the flow of it. I like the feel of it. It's fun to me.
Hey, you're entitled. You're entitled. We're entitled to agree to disagree on this show.
I
I
agree.
just, I'm not saying it's a bad table. Actually, I would score this a 6 out of 10. And
6 out of 10 on the pack.
yeah,
Okay, for that table.
no, not on the pack. On that, on
Right, for that
Dinosaur
table.
Dynasty 2, yeah, and that's one higher than Wild West Rampage for me. So that's kind of how my scoring.
All right. Nature's Fury.
Now, this I think is my personal favorite out the pack. I think this is the best. It's got the best theming, the best call outs. I think it's the most fun. I love the multi-ball, the hurricane multi-ball, It's just a fun table, bro, overall. Like I had a blast playing it, and it was something different. It wasn't more dinosaurs, it was just something different for me, you know.
To me, it felt like a Taito pack, right? A Taito pack game with stuff on the table affects the ball.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
like the
got
little tidal wave and
you got the tidal waves, you got the lava that kicks in, like a wave as well at the top of the screen. But the modes, each mode is a different natural disaster. You start off with lightning strikes or lightning storms. Second mode's earthquake, and that shakes the table. And the third one is tornadoes, and that throws a tornado on the table
on
and
the
spins
table.
your
Yeah.
ball like crazy. And then the fourth one, I didn't make it to the fourth one. Tornado whooped my ass. But that first one, man, the first mode, the lightning storm, lightning shocks your ball, it stops it dead.
Yeah.
So like if you're going up a ramp and lightning shocks it, it's coming back down. If the ball's coming towards a flipper and you're getting ready to hit it and then lightning shocks it, drops it dead, it could drop dead in the center, man. It's dangerous, but
Yeah.
to me it makes it adds so much fun factor to the Nature's Fury. And the multi-ball system where you lock the ball one after the other, and if you drain your ball, it's going to drain those multi-balls that you had locked away. You have to start over. Now I think that's cool. That's a cool concept.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of like just the bad disaster films like Volcano and Armageddon and you know what's the Vin Diesel or not the Rock one like Skyscraper and all just 2012 and all the disaster films, and this table gives me those vibes. Like I'm in a Twister movie, but I'm also in I'm it just gives me all them vibes in a pinball table, which I really like.
Yeah, and the call outs too from the announcer where he says like hurricane multi-ball, cyclone
Yeah,
multi-ball, or
right.
jackpot, tornado jackpot. It's cool, man. It immerses you into it. And like you said, with all those like different Hollywood movies where they just like natural disaster movies, it
Mm-hmm.
inspired me to want to do like a disaster movie, a track mode, and
Oh,
see if
nice.
people would be interested in that.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, Nature's Fury is definitely my favorite out the pack. I would give this about an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9, man. And I also think Dinosaur Dynasty 2, I'm gonna give that an 8, but I'm gonna give this a 9.
Okay, yeah,
Nature's Fury.
I was wondering
Nature's
what you were
Fury
giving.
made me feel like it was not gonna be that great, and then it turned out to be way better than expected, man, and just totally knocked it out of the park, dude. It's the best one of the pack.
Okay, well, so we agree on that.
Yes, we definitely agree on that.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Insect World.
Insect World. Now, this is my second favorite out the pack. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Does it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Does this have a wizard mode? I don't think it does. I think it's mainly just you're doing combos and you know bug combos, I guess, and it's just hitting them orbits and doing them loops and Yeah, I don't know why, man. This table, I just love it. I love the layout. I love the flow of the table. It just something, you know. The only thing that annoys me about this table, my one thing I dislike, is that damn butterfly or dragonfly that flies around the table. I hate that thing. If they could just, if I could get rid of that, I would probably get this table about maybe a 8, maybe a 8.5 or a 9. I'm picky with my scores, but I almost want to give it a 9. You know, if I could get rid of that dragonfly or whatever that just is an annoyance flying around the table for no reason, blocking my pinball. I can't see what's going on. I get it. They're trying to set the vibes, the theming, but he could be in the background fluttering his wings, doing something in the back where I don't have to deal with him constantly down there by the slingshots and the flippers. But that's my only gripe about Insect World. Otherwise, I love that table almost as much as Nature's Fury, because it's got almost like a soothing, relaxing kind of vibe when I play that table, bro. Where Nature's Fury, it's all intense and shit, and gets my adrenaline pumping. Like for something about Insect World, I'm just kind of zoned out when I play that. And yeah, I mean, maybe it's the herb too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I find that Insect World for me is the most difficult table of the pack, because
it's not an easy table, no, but it's
those outer ramps, the outer outlane ramps or whatever. If you're not careful, and it plays it in this video perfect while you're watching it, that ball comes out at a certain angle that if it's gonna go right through, man. And it's kind of a weird angle where you have to hit it with the opposite flipper, so that you can basically do a ball save, like right there, boom. Like whoever was playing it on this video screwed it up, and it's easy to screw it up.
Or nudge.
Yeah, or a nudge. So, but the other tables don't feel that way. So it has that difficult ramp shot, right?
I would disagree. I think this micros has some of them that same thing you're talking about. But go on.
Yep. There is one shot that particular that does, yeah, you're right. It does do that. But with Insect World, I do love the theming, because the wasp multi-ball, having the wasp go pick up the ball, take it to the wasp nest, and then the balls roll out together. Oh, and I forgot to even mention the music, man. Nature's Fury's got the best music too. Insect World, kind of the music kind of annoys me a little bit, because it's like little happy-go-lucky stuff. Feels that way.
Makes me happy when I hear that music.
I feel you on that. But to start modes and everything, got to hit it up into that magnet spot and spell beetle. I do like how once you do start a mode and finish a mode, you can just knock it up there one time and be able to start another mode without having to light up the word beetle again. Yeah. I do like the trapdoor spider, that if you spell spider by hitting ramps over and over again, you hit over one of the trapdoor spiders holes, he will stop your ball, come out, grab it, and pull it down into the trap hole. I think that's super cool innovation to put into that as well.
Yeah, and it looks that's one of the things where like it looks better than the big dinosaur out of nowhere, or like it just comes out. There's no animation to it. Like the spider comes out of a hole in the table, grabs a ball, and then goes back in the hole. It looks cool to me. Like where I was talking about the tentacles on Sea of Thieves, they just pop out of nowhere. If they would even put a little water ripple around them tentacles, it'd make it, or even if it popped out of a little, it looked like a part on the playfield, it would make it look better, whereas this table takes advantage of that kind of stuff. So visually, I like it more,
Yeah, it is a beautiful table with the artwork too. So, so that's like, honestly, like, I like Insect World. I like the entire pack. But if I had to name a worst out of the 4, to me, it's gonna be Insect World. Now, to my wife, complete opposite. Insect World's her favorite. But that's
shout out to wifey, hey, because I like this. Is my second favorite in the pack.
Yeah, and it's her first favorite because she just felt like it was super fun and the sounds and the music and everything. The call outs weren't as much as the other tables. Um, so she's like, I don't know, this feels awesome to me. I was like, it's fun, but it's not as fun as I feel like it could be. So
Ray said women like butterflies.
women like butterflies.
I was debating, is that I feel like, is that a butterfly or like a dragonfly? It looked like a dragonfly once I looked at it more.
No, I don't know, man. It kind of looks like a butterfly.
I'm telling you, it's got like the see-through wings like a dragonfly. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, we'll see.
Chat, let us know. Dragonfly or butterfly? Debate in the chat.
They need to activate and get games for the arcade stick trackball to extend the usage on the 4K. The potential is there. Arcade action as well. Chaotic.
I agree.
But yeah, these are actually 4K. So, all right. So, scale 1 to 10. What is Insect World for you?
With that being said, these actually being 4K, there's still Zen tables that look better.
That's possible. That is true.
In my opinion, I got Zen tables on my favorites list now that I think look better than some of these 4K tables. So, but what was you're asking my score on Insect World?
Yes.
7.
All right. So 7 for this and for Dinosaur Dynasty 2. And then you said 8 for Nature's Fury.
Yeah, no, I gave Dinosaur Dynasty 2 a 6.
6. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I was going to give Insect World probably a 7. So,
okay. So we tied on the score.
Yeah.
For that one, you know, we agree on that, but it's still your least favorite.
Yeah, it's still my least favorite. I still like Dinosaur Dynasty 2 more than I like Insect World.
Okay.
Last not least,
Microbes.
World of Microbes,
which was originally announced as the Invisible World of Microbes, and there's still audio in the table that's caused it that, if you notice. I guess they dropped the Invisible. That was just too much for people to mouth, I guess. Pause. Yeah. And yeah, so I actually like this table a lot too. This almost ties Insect World for me. But you know, there's just some of the layout on this can be difficult too, man. There's some shots you can hit. What's that? The drop targets right there in the front.
Yep, on the right side.
Where you get to the random millions or whatever. I forget what they call that, but
Lucky Millions.
Lucky Millions. That shot can be a bitch, you know. So, and this is what happens when you smash 6 reviews into one. You know, I didn't get enough time to really play all these tables, you know, and get to know the tables, you know, as well as I would like, you know. But yeah, them drop targets in the front there can be a bitch and just lead to a lot of pain down there, you know. So yeah, the layout is a little less enjoyable than Insect World to me, but I still actually ended up scoring this a 7 out of 10 too, because I still like the table. I do like the different theming. I like when you're fighting the different viruses that pop up on the table. Like you said, that's got some Taito kind of vibes, you know, where you're fighting the little enemy viruses, and you gotta save your host, you know, protect your host. And yeah, it's cool. It's a cool table. I like it because it's different theming. Like I said, we're getting away from the dinosaur dynasty stuff constantly. They're trying new stuff. So yeah, I like this table. I like Microbes. It was fun.
You know what, Steps. So yeah, this is the only out of the 4 pinball tables in this pack. This is the only one that has a separate playfield.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, how the hell do you get in there other than luck? And it turns out that's what that left side scoop is for. That turns over, that curve. If you landed in there perfect, it's going to slide right into that side playfield, which to me it feels unique. I don't know if I've ever seen a virtual pinball table do that. I don't even know if I've seen a real pinball table do that, where you have to hit it into like a sling that slings it right over into that lane. And you don't necessarily ever have to get in there unless you're doing one of the later modes where you have to kill viruses that are stuck in there. But
there's some good points up there.
Yeah, there is some good points in there if you can get in there regularly. Now the colors, the scheming, or the theming, in other words, and the music. Love this table. Love the way it sounds, and like hearing all the different bacteria names and virus names. Like, I think that's cool. I feel like it's a little educational at that point.
Yeah, it is, but it's also a little annoying. In my opinion, you know, the announcer call outs can be a little bit much. They're not as enjoyable as like Nature's Fury, for instance, right? So
yeah,
but with that said, it's something different. So I do like that. You know, I like that they're trying something different. Like you said, somewhat educational, I guess, because he's calling out all kinds of weird stuff that I've never even heard of.
I do love a lot of people on Facebook calling this the COVID table as well.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. I mean,
well,
what's the next? We're gonna have a dentist table like gingivitis. You know, I'm like, what is going on? He's calling out all kinds of stuff.
Oh man, that'd be funny. You should write for Magic Pixel and see if they like
cavities. Brush your teeth. Gingivitis. Like, what the fuck?
Pull the tooth for a multi-ball.
Yeah, that's how this table had me feeling. Like like it's corny, but it's cool, but it's corny.
Yeah,
but I still gave it, you know, a fair 7. I think it's a fun table. You know, it's enjoyable. And my overall now maybe like kind of give you my overall picture now. I think this pack is so much better than Natural History 2 and 1.
Yeah, it's his best Natural History pack, period.
Yeah.
And honestly, World of Microbes is honestly my second favorite table out of 4. Like I said, I like the music, I like the colors, I like the flow of the table, because on the right side there is no outlane. If you do fall out of the outlane over there, it's just going to go into the ball launcher. To me, it's very easy to keep going on that right side in order to light up all the lanes, the letters in the lanes, so that you can get ball save turned back on. The guy in the middle of the table that helps you lock your ball by grabbing them after you hit the
scientist dude.
Yeah, you hit the drop shot on the right side of the table twice to activate lock, and then hit the middle ramp to actually lock your ball. He looks good. He doesn't move much other than that to pick up your ball and drop it in the canister, but he looks good. And just each mode is a different virus, and they look different, and they're colored different, shaped different, and they're in different positions on the table. And you literally just knock into them with your ball on either a ramp or inside that second playfield, or if they're in the middle of the playfield, and you complete a mode. 20 million. Go to the next one. And I noticed where if you hit your bonus at the top where it spells germ, if you light that up, those 4 lanes up, and you get your bonus ×2, bonus ×3, bonus ×4.
That's your multiplier.
Yeah, the higher you get your multiplier, the easier it is to activate the next game mode, because all you gotta do, say your bonus ×4, if you hit the microbe lane, that's how you start to get next game mode. If your bonus ×4, every time you hit that ramp, it's going to light up 4 times the amount, and spells out microbes. So literally you can start a mode in 2 shots. Right. And I don't know, the multi-ball's fun on that table. The ramp shots are cool. The left shot slinging around into the second playfield over there, it's challenging, but it's fun. It's fair to me. I don't know, man. Like that's the reason why I want to name it my second favorite table, and I give it an 8. So I know
Yeah,
I did a
I
9,
just
8, 7, 7. But that's my second favorite table.
yeah, I just think it has a little bit more of a more challenging playfield than insect world in that sense. Like I feel like that's why I think your wife can hop in insect world and just enjoy it because it's kind of a wide open playfield with all types of options on where you're gonna shoot. And then I feel like microbes is a little bit more intricate. It's got that slingshot you were talking about to get into that secondary playfield,
Yeah.
and then it's got them drop targets that are kind of difficult, off the left flipper or right. It could send it right back down. So, but it's still a great table. That's why I scored it evenly with Insect World. I just feel like Insect World just wins that battle just a little bit more off. Just like I feel like the average person can hop on Insect World and enjoy it and not have the difficulties they may have on microbes. But like I said, overall, I feel microbes is just as good as Insect World. I would just give Insect World a little. I feel it's a little better.
Yeah.
So with that said, I like three out of four of these on this pack. I'm not a big fan of Dinosaur Dynasty 2. I'm standing on business. I don't care what you say in the chat. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't care what Chaotic says. I'm not a big fan of it. I think the table's mid at best. Calling it 2 is, I think, kind of crazy. They could have called it Dinosaur Dynasty Retro and it would have won me over more. But
Yeah, or Aqua Dinosaur Dynasty,
yeah, or Dinosaur. Yeah, I don't know. So, but
I got you.
I'm kind of over the dino stuff at this point too. Like, unless it's Jurassic Park. But we'll see. We got more coming out. So I just but I get kind of why they threw this in the pack because it's keeping the theming of the previous packs by having it in there, plus giving us some new vibes. But Nature's Fury is a banger. Insect and microbes I feel are really good tables. Dinosaur Dynasty I feel is a mid table. It's meh. And for $35, I would not recommend this pack. But if you could get a little discount on it, I'd say pick it up because it's a dope pack. But 35 is kind of pricey for this pack too.
Okay. So we have a lot of agreements and disagreements on it. Dinosaur Dynasty 2. I can see how you feel like that's the weakest table of the pack, but I don't know. I just like the flow and I like the way it plays compared to Insect World.
I had fun. I did have fun on Dinosaur Dynasty 2, but I just didn't feel like it was the successor, to the original. I don't know.
Okay. Hands down, though, it is the best natural history pack out of the 3.
Yes, we agree on that.
We agree on that. And now you're saying that it's not worth 35, but it's definitely worth the 28 sale.
And I didn't feel the last pack was worth 35 either.
Oh hell no. The natural history pack 2.
I would feel comfortable paying $25 for this pack.
Yeah, it feels. I'm totally cool with paying 35 for it.
But like HD owners, I feel they're getting a steal. 4K owners are kind of getting the stiff arm pause.
I feel you. So, thank you, Shotgun Sean, man. Hey, have a Merry Christmas, dude. I'm glad you're having a good time out there, man. I'm glad you come by and support the show. Love you, brother.
Much love, bro.
But for all you people who have not picked up the Natural History Pack 3 because you felt like you got burned on 2 like I did, or you're not totally cool with the theming of how it's been going for Magic Pixel, for them to listen to the community, in my opinion, of putting less playfields, making it more open and more thoughtful when it comes to theming and their shots and how the table flows and how the ball flows. If you were to pick up any natural history pack, this is the one to get. Honestly, if it's on sale right now for $28, it's totally worth it. Grab it. Even at 35, I understand some people will be like, "Yeah, it's too expensive," but I after playing all 4 tables, and I enjoy all 4 tables and don't mind playing them over and over again, I'll actually pick these 4 tables over some of these Zen tables, over now, some of the originals anyway. I will go back and keep playing this pack. It's fun, and I love the competitiveness of the leaderboard. Like every day I'll go back and I'll be in 3rd place one day. The very next day I'll be like 15th. And I'm like, crap, I gotta get back up there. And it keeps challenging me to do better and better and better. So
Yeah, the theming is much better on this pack than the last 2. And if they stay on this path, I feel like they could really put some pressure on Zen, because if it, like you said, them listening to the community, having less play fields, and if they focus on pinball, Magic Pixel, they could be killing shit a year from now. What up, Dr. Torque?
Drunken Canadian, yeah, I haven't bought 3 based off of the past 2 packs. Hands down, this is the best pack. These 4 tables are super fun, and if you have the means to pay for it, man, get it, dude. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I like Sorcerer's Lair and I like Wild West Rampage as games, but honestly, I think this pack beats those.
Oh yeah. This out of the reviews we're doing tonight. If I had to recommend a pack, I'd say you want the most enjoyment. Money's not a problem to you. Pick up this pack. But if you're working on a budget and you just, you can't really go wrong with Sorcerer's Lair, but you're getting that one table, But yeah, this pack shines. I mean, the graphics look great. Like Papa Brad said, it is 4K. It looks great, 60 frames per second, I imagine. Just looks great, bro. Plays great, And I'm not knocking this pack at all, really. Like, it's a dope pack. It's the best natural history pack. Yeah, so overall, I would give this pack probably about an 8.
Yeah, and I give this pack a 9, man. Like I'm like I said, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised.
And 8
at how
is
well
also
this pack is.
and 8 is also based on the pricing too.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And Zero Redux, if the sale is over and this is back up to $35, Ray, you said you got that $10 gift card. Use it, man. Drop it down to 25. Go ahead and buy it. It's worth it at 25, even more so than 28. This is a good pack, dude. I'm telling you, you're not going to be upset. You'll enjoy the hell out of this.
If you're an HD owner, then I would say my score would probably be a 9. But I'm not an HD owner. I mean, I guess we're getting the benefit of having it in 4K graphics. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I get it's about an 8 overall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drunken Canadian didn't buy it. Ray's got it.
I want to see what the chat. What are y'all scoring this pack overall?
Yeah. Let's get some scoring from the community real quick before we move on to our final little segment, and then we'll tell y'all all good night. Tim York, man, I haven't forgot about you, Chaotic. Hope you had a great Christmas. Tim York, I hope you had one as well, man. Thank you so much for supporting. So Pete G gives it an 8. Joe K gives it a 7. Zero Redux, 6.5. MG with a 98.
Nice.
Dennis B with an 8. Okay, so that's good, guys. That's good. I mean, do y'all like this more than the 2 Zen tables that got released alongside it? Tim York,
yeah, it's better than them 2 Zens, but it's also what, $25 more. And you're getting 2 more tables, so
yeah. Papa Brad
and Wild West Rampage that's a bad look for Zen right now. They're on a roll.
Yeah, if they go to put something in cabinet mode and they have to squish it down to the point where its flippers are super tiny and the ball's even tinier, and you have a hard time looking at the playfield, just don't release that table, man.
Yeah,
either that or find some way to zoom in and keep the aspect ratio correct. Forget them sidewalls. I understand that you want the depth, make it look like it's deeper, but then again, man, like if you're sacrificing making everything super tiny, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Still hot on Cindy, huh? Okay.
Okay.
Jim gives
Cindy,
it a solid B. Michael gives it a 9. Nature Fury holds it all up. You're absolutely right.
thank you, Ray.
Wild West Rampage ruined the day. Otherwise, would have been all been bangers. Good point, Dennis B.
Well, the chat pretty much agrees with us, then. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, they stretched out the back glass. By the way, no more black bars. Yep. She's all leather and whiskey. Tim York is the fan of Cindy. Yeah. Attack from Mars.
What's he talking about? Zero.
Attack from Mars. You know, when they stretched out the back glass and everything.
So but is that still in the main menu when you scroll?
I think so.
Yeah, they need to get rid of that too. Once I stretch it, it should stretch it on the menu and in game.
Yeah. Otherwise, it throws you off thinking that's screwed up, right?
Well, just when I'm scrolling, the rest of them are stretched, and then I see those couple Williams, and I'm like, wow, why do they do that?
Yeah. So overall, man, like an average of like 7.5, 8. You know, some people gave it a 9, some people gave it that.
Yeah, I wanted to score it a 7, but the more I thought about it, you know, it is a really good pack. Like it really does show what this machine can do. You know,
and coming from a natural history pack and a Magic Pixel table, like that's surprising, right?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by how good this pack was. I kind of had a feeling Nature's Fury was going to be a banger, you know, but I was just excited about the theming. But playing it, you know, kind of solidified all my presumptions about it. And yeah, so this pack I recommend. I recommend Sorcerer's Lair, Wild West Rampage. I really can't recommend that.
Yeah.
You know, but
and compared to all the other natural history packs, this is the one to get if you don't have any of them.
Yeah, definitely. It is just if you're gonna buy a natural history pack, buy this pack.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for our review. Moving on to our community spotlight. And 6, you found this and you're a big fan of it, and I think a lot of people in the community would be a big fan of it if they found somebody that was able to mod it. And that's turning good. The affinity table.
Take us out of here. If you can.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Yeah, so taking the affinity game table and using an actual wooden table and putting it in there instead of like a glass top, you know, or something like that. So.
And Donald Annis on Facebook's Arcade One Up and Modding group, I seen him post this. Don't mind this typo on the coffee, but he made a custom coffee table for his Infinity game table, and I was telling Chaotic backstage, I was like, the one product Arcade One Up has out that I still kind of want, that's been out forever, is an Infinity game table, but the pricing, I could never justify buying one. And I want the 32-inch screen one or whatever, you know, the tabletop kind of one. And I also told him, like, if I get one, I've seen a couple people do this, and I think this is one of the coolest community mods, is putting this inside a real coffee table, you know, and giving it that kind of extra hand resting space and making it a part of your actual living room aesthetic, right? You know,
gives it that professional look too, like.
Yes. And then you see he's got these like hinges under there, or maybe even you could put hydraulics under there. I don't know if those are hydraulics or hinges, but to lift up the whole kit, it looks like maybe he decased it, or maybe, you know, he definitely took the legs off it, and you know, he's got the whole machine accessible by lifting up the table.
Yeah, this is gorgeous, well made. And I would love to see somebody in the community like offer that. That'd be dope.
Yes, like if Buy Stuff would do a kit like this, oh my god.
Oh yeah, so in that 12 days to Christmas character search, I won day 12, and I gave my pack of Natural History Pack 3, I gave that to Nerd Lounge Master 84 because
That's what I was hoping.
he just got his Sea of Thieves today, and of course Sea of Thieves is not activated yet, so that would be the only table that he would have on that machine, and he's not going to have it yet. So I was like, I'll just give my copy of Natural History to him. And also, Way Too Fast for You was one of the winners of the 12 days as well. So, congratulations on that
Nice.
too, man.
Yeah,
So,
congrats to y'all. Yeah, this is just a dope community, man. And this is something I buy stuff. GI Joe, maybe he could do this. You know, like
I'll
This is
share it
something.
with him. I think he would be interested in it for sure.
This is something if you know, this is something I would like to do in the foreseeable future. You know, for my arcade space, my gaming space. You know,
Yeah,
I just
and on
love it.
Amazon they got those 32-inch screen protectors made specifically for this Affinity game table. So if you're worried about protecting it from like glass spills or rings or whatever from your drink, or you're even scratching it with your finger or cats walking on it or something like that, they make glass screen protectors for it. So
Yeah, just like for your tablet or phone or whatever. So that's dope. Yeah. Yeah, so we haven't done a community spotlight in a while, and on our awards show last week, we kind of like we nominated 3 of the people that we have showcased on our community spotlight. So I wanted to end the year with a community spotlight, and luckily for me, Donald Annis had posted this in the Arcade One Up and modding group, and yeah, bro, this is a banger, bro. Way to end the year out. This is a banger. I
yeah,
want to do this mod for sure.
I'm glad somebody thought of this and put this kind of thought into it. So love to see if I guess he did it himself, and or unless he had
I
somebody do it for him.
I would love to have links to what table he bought, you know, blueprint to what hinges he bought, all that. Just like that kind of stuff is priceless to the community because, you know, I think the Infinity game tables always had kind of potential. And, you know, for me, that I love board games, you know, I grew up on playing all the old school board games. So to have all those games without pieces is kind of interesting to me and intriguing, you know, and I'm not trying to sell no Infinity game tables. I think it's way overpriced for what it is. You know, it's basically a glorified tablet, you know, but it's cool too. You know? And when you put it in this form factor, it's even better, I think.
Yeah, I'll share this with G.I. Joel because I want to see if maybe he'd be interested in doing something like this because he does have the Affinity game table. He bought it, I believe, from a third-party seller or somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and he says that him and his kids say they do play it every now and then. But if he was to actually do something like this, because he does a lot of good woodwork,
Right. That's what I'm
that
getting at.
this might be something he'd be interested in, maybe even offering as an option, as
Yeah.
something he does.
Add it to his portfolio with the inline risers, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just overpriced. That's the thing. If they could get that price down, bro, I would buy one in a heartbeat, you know. But I kind of like the form factor. I like the idea, but when I see it on them plastic legs, like I've seen in some reviews, I'm like, if I could put that in a coffee table, it's fire.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 32-inch, if they sold that at $4.99 and the 18-inch at say $2.99, I think that'd be better.
Uh,
But yeah, for
Dude,
$1,000 for the
this
32-inch,
thing goes for $1,000. Perfect storm. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah. Even at $8.99 when it was on sale for $8.99, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
And when you see them in the marketplace, they're usually about in the 800 range. And I'm like, I can't justify that yet.
Yeah. MG
Well,
says the legs are metal, but it's heavy and a bit low.
okay. They look plastic to me, but I guess that's just like a matte kind of finish to
Yeah,
them or
matte
something.
metal finish, kind of like the
Yeah.
plastic coating that they do on metal.
And this isn't, you know, even when Arcade One Up did this, I was scratching my head like this isn't really what we want from them. But you know, like I said, the board games, growing up on them, you know, kind of, I would love to, you know, play some old school board games, you know, in this form factor right here.
Yeah, Jason, do you mind throwing half a dozen's channel in the chat so that Perfect Storm Gaming can sub to him?
Oh,
Because it can be hard to find them sometimes when you type in just half a dozen.
It's easy to find me. Just
There
add a six at the end.
There you go. At half a dozen 6. That'll pull you right to his channel. So there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so that he sees that on my chat. Yeah, just type that in. Perfect Storm Gaming Vito. You can get it. All right, so guys, if y'all are not part of a Discord and you want to join a really good one, it's going to be Arcades Anonymous Discord. Come check us out. Me and Six voted it as the best home arcade Discord because it's almost got 200 members now, and a lot of people are active in the different communities that we have. We have VR, Atgames, iArcade, Arcade One Up, and different console chats and stuff like that. If you do any kind of YouTube videos, you can post your stuff in the section for plug your YouTube, your content anyway. Everybody gets along super well. We do voice chats in it at late at night where a lot of people get together and just talk, man, and shoot the shit. No drama whatsoever. Feel free to hang out with us, man. Join that Discord, Arcades Anonymous, and everybody. So it's where me and Six met and a bunch of other people from Arcades Anonymous that we do on the show on every Wednesday. Don't forget, next Wednesday, January 1st, New Year's Day, is going to be the big 500 sub giveaway for Arcades Anonymous. Retro Lizard is giving away a PS5 Slim, and a lot of people in the community are giving away stuff. Biggie D is giving away pinball packs for FX3 on Steam. New Stock Jock's giving away a Zoltar from New Wave Toys, and several other things, man. So yeah, make sure y'all hit up the make sure y'all subscribe to Arcades Anonymous, hit the notification bell so when that show goes live, you are there ready to play for some giveaways. And Six, you want to add anything before we tell all these people good night?
Good night.
One of our longest shows, but guys, we had to talk about 6 different tables and how we felt about them. So, you know, thank y'all for hanging out, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button on your way out, and make sure you subscribe both to me as well as half a dozen here on our channels. I think I'm 151 away from 1,000, so I'm trying to catch up to my co-host here, who has over 1,000. So hit us up, man.
You get all the engagement in the chat, so I don't know what my viewers doing. They sleeping or they're covertly watching me. I don't know what, you know, but it is what it is. It's cool, you know. Hey, long as people watching, they engaging, you know. And we've been, you know, we're having fun. That's all I really care about, you know.
How do you enter? Just make sure you're subscribed to Arcades Anonymous and make sure you're there for that show. And you'll enter the hashtag when it's time for whatever giveaway you want to enter and try to win. So that's all you gotta do, Vito. All right, guys. Well, thank you all again hanging out with us for the long show and the review. We'll see y'all next week when we do the review on Sea of Thieves table.
Oh shit!
And going on based on how Natural History Pack 3 went, I'm having more and more confidence about the Sea of Thieves table, and as well as the other Wrestler Rare pack that's coming out. My only concern left really is licensed sound effects and music when it comes to rare properties. Are y'all going to use that licensed stuff, or are you going to make your own call outs? Are you going to use your own sound effects, or are y'all going to actually use the licensed sound effects from the games? That's the biggest deal for me right now. That's the only thing I'm still afraid of. But because of Natural History Pack 3 and how well it played, I have more and more confidence now based on the rare pack. That's just my opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Killer Instinct. I'm looking forward to Battletoads. I don't, like I said, I don't have no I don't have no experience playing Sea of Thieves, so I'm not really looking forward to that pack. The gameplay trailer didn't really impress me. It might be a decent. If I had to predict what my score is going to be for that table, I'd say probably about a 7. Same as Insect World, same as World of Microbes. You know, so I'm not expecting nothing spectacular, but they better do something dope with Killer Instinct and Battletoads. You know, because those are 2 badass licenses. So, you know, and not taking nothing from Sea of Thieves, you know, I'm not partial to that franchise. So I don't have no expectations when it comes to that. So I'm expecting a mediocre table. If I get better than that, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But, you know, we'll see how that go.
There you go, man. All right, guys. God bless. Thank y'all so much for joining us on the 40th episode of Yo Retro. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh, on Yo
Retro. Y'all have a good one, man. Thank y'all, guys.